Welcome to When Destiny Needs an Intervention, the podcast show. I am Dr. Shayna, Destiny Interventionist and your host. So many women will live a life well below her destiny, at times not recognizing the significant impact. As a champion for my sisters, I've said no more, not on my watch. This show is for the woman who has lived a life headed in the wrong direction and she's decided it's time to turn things around. Join me for an amazing journey with courageous women who are sharing their stories of triumph and survival in the upcoming anthology When Destiny Needs an Intervention. Buckle up, ladies. Let the journey begin. Hello and welcome to When Destiny Needs an Intervention. I am Dr. Shayna D. Lewis, your host for today, and with me is Patricia Berry Jones, one of the co-authors of this brand new best-selling book. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Shayna. I'm so thrilled to be here.
I can tell you are thrilled to be here. Listen, this is really exciting. Congratulations on being a co-author in this amazing project.
Thank you. I'm excited. I am so excited about being a co-author.
I can tell that you are. So let me just ask you, we're going to jump right in. We're just going to spill a little bit of tea today, not a whole lot, okay? Just a wee bit. We're going to start with the title. When Destiny Needs an Intervention. What does that mean to you?
Well, when I thought about that title and saw it, immediately I thought about someone is on drugs or alcohol and they need an intervention.
Right.
The family and friends come together to let the person know, hey, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to help you, to get you back on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think about, helping someone to get back on the right track. They have lost their footing or they've lost their way, and they need some help with love.
Now that's important. With love.
With love. Not matters or accusing, but with love.
I think that's key, because when we fall off or we find ourselves in a place that maybe we would think later like, oh, why did I do that? People could help, but not with love. So that would be received completely different than with love.
That's correct.
I think that's very important. Well, when you're thinking about, this project, why was now the right time for you to share your story?
Well, I have been told for many years, you have a story to tell. You need to write a book, girl. And so when this came up, I thought, this is time. I do have something I want to share. I do have something that I can tell and possibly help someone, if it's just one person that would read it. So now, why not now? It's a good time.
I like that. Why not now? We here now.
We here.
I always say that the present is really all we have.
That's it.
The rest of it isn't promised. What's happened has already occurred. So let's live in the now.
And then having, and still is, in the pandemic, it made sense to do it now.
What about the pandemic made it make sense?
Because tomorrow is not promised. And people never was sick. And now they're gone.
That's profound, because we don't know what happens.
We do not.
We don't know. And the power of sharing a story now when someone can be helped by it, as opposed to waiting and you don't know who would have been missed in being able to hear or be helped. It's pretty powerful to do it now. I like that. This is a different kind of a project. This project is an anthology, so it's a book that you're part of in community with other women. So it's unique in that. But I want to ask you this question about it, though. In not telling all of everything, we don't want all of it, but when you think about when a woman reads your story, what is it that you want her to walk away with? What do you want her to glean from the story you're sharing in this anthology?
Good question. I want her to walk away with, I can do this. Life is important. I have a whole lot of life. I have a whole lot of living. I deserve to be happy. I don't have to be sad. I don't have to be guilty, because it's a choice, and I choose life and happiness. That is what I want a woman to walk away with. I can be happy, and it's okay, because I am still here. God left me here for a reason. So there must be that I am valuable, I am worthy, and I am enough.
Wow. So those are some really powerful affirmations that you're sharing. And you're saying that God left me here for a reason. Left me here for what?
For a whole lot of things. Depends on you, on the person, for you to find your purpose. Because he does have a purpose for you. And you're here to fulfill it. But it's a choice. So I want her to leave with, I can make that choice. Because I have it to make. She has
a choice to make, as opposed to being in a space not choosing.
Not choosing.
But even in not choosing,
it's choosing.
It's choosing, isn't it? Right?
It is.
So even when you don't choose, you've chosen.
And then no one else can choose for you.
When you make your own choice.
When you make your own choice.
Very true. Very, very true. I love that. And so I know, parts of your story are about loss. And so when you're saying he left you here for a reason, in the face of losing whatever has been lost,
right,
there's still a reason and a purpose for your life.
That's correct.
Yeah. I think that's powerful, especially, I know that's powerful, especially in the world we live in right now, because there's so much loss that people are suffering. As you mentioned, the pandemic, loss of not just life, but loss of life as we knew it, right? The physical life of people, right, as well as life as we knew it. And sometimes when we find ourselves in that space, we can feel like you said earlier, like, why am I here? So I don't even know my purpose, that my life is over because of this loss. There's nothing I can do. We can feel like a victim, maybe, perhaps, right, in that situation. What you're describing is something that sounds a little bit different, that we don't have to be victimized, right, by our losses, but we could choose life in the face of loss. Am I tracking that?
Exactly, perfectly.
Very good.
Well said.
Well said, if I say so myself. And I do say so myself. I think that there is a message for so many inside of your story. And I'm wondering for you, with this process of writing this book, in an anthology with all of these other women, what surprised you about this process, if anything?
That I was able to be authentic, to be real with other women that I don't even know. Some of them I didn't even know until this moment, at this time. And it felt good that I could be me, open up, and be real. Don't have to pretend. It is what it is. I am who you see. You get what you get.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Take it or leave it.
Here it is.
Love it or like
it. No apology.
That part.
At all. That has helped me.
Yeah.
So this has been good.
So that's powerful. To be in a space with women and actually be authentic. Now that is a whole word that women, we really struggle with being authentic with each other. We're talking about vulnerability right now. And showing our true selves, not just the version, ladies, that we feel comfortable or safe showing. I mean, showing the parts, and I think about my own word, in my mismatched socks that show up, my, unkept hair at a point, the faces that don't have makeup on it, all of the things, who you are in real life, in real time, and being able to show that and not being afraid of judgment or fear of someone having a negative opinion or something to say about it, but really feeling safe to do that. That's a really powerful space for a woman to get to.
Yes.
Because we struggle as women with that all the time.
Yes, we do. Because it's hard, because we don't want to be judged, and you're thinking other people are saying, oh, look at her. She thinks she this, thinks she that. Look at her ugly dress, all of this kind of stuff. And so it's hard because we, some way or another, have been told, or we imagine we're being told, that we have to be perfect. Everything has to be on point. And that is not true.
Said who?
That's it.
I always say perfection is not the goal, honey. Progress is the goal. Perfection, she doesn't exist. She's a unicorn in the imaginary forest you're never going to find.
That's it. There's only one person who's perfect, has ever been perfect.
Period.
That is God, Jesus Christ himself.
That is it.
That's it.
So what would you say, how has this project, and in maybe in a different way than you've described, how it's impacted you? How has it changed you?
Well, it has changed me to be free. To be free emotionally, mentally, and physically. I feel free to be myself, to be vulnerable. And it's okay whether anyone approves of me or not, because I don't live for their approval any longer. I live for Pat. And that's good. And it really feels good. And it's good to say it.
Say it again for the folks in the back who can't hear you. Say it one more time.
I am free.
Come through free.
And it feels good.
I love it. I am free.
It feels good.
I am free. That's a t-shirt, ladies. I am free. Like, that's a hashtag.
Yes,
I am free. And what you said earlier makes me put these two things together, that I am free because I choose.
That's a choice, yes.
To be free, right?
Because I haven't always chose freedom.
Exactly.
And now I do.
Exactly. That's for sure an intervention that destiny needed.
Yes.
In order to shift into a space. Because the opposite of freedom is bondage.
That's correct.
Or being held hostage. And you just said about other people's thoughts or opinions or what they think or what they feel or being afraid of what they're going to say. And when you get to a space of I cares zeros about what they say, think, or feel, you are free to be exactly who you are. No guilt and no apology.
Because their opinion of you is not your reality.
Your opinion of me is not my reality. That's a good word. That is a really great word. You know, I think there's so many things that women can gain from the story that you have to share. And I know we tell our stories for the masses, and I get that. We want millions of women to read Patricia Berry Jones's story, but I like to think about the one woman. The one woman that you really wrote this and penned this for. What is it that you want her, that may be a little bit different than what you've shared for the masses, but what do you want that one woman to know? Like, I want her to put it in her pocket, take it with her everywhere she goes, so she always has it. What's the one thing you want her to know?
Your pain, your sadness does not define you. That is not who you are. That is a choice that if you want to stay in that pain, that is your choice. But your circumstances, your situations, your loss, they do not define you. You define you with the choices that you make. That is what I want her to take with her. Put in her Gucci.
She got Gucci. We done gave you a Gucci, sis. I'm going to need you to let me borrow that when you get through. So she can put in her Gucci purse and she can take it with her.
She can take
that
it
no
with
matter
her.
what has happened to me, whatever I've lost, whatever has occurred, whatever tragedies, whatever those are, those things do not define who I am.
That's it.
And when you put that in your purse, honey, take it out on a regular basis.
That's right.
And then you get to choose freedom.
That's
on
it.
the other side of that.
That's right.
Did I catch that?
You got it.
Listen.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to pick up what you're laying down, Patricia.
Hey, you did an excellent job with picking it up.
Yes.
I thank you.
Absolutely. I think that's the track of someone's life that they really need to own. That those things aren't defining moments in the sense that they make you who you are. It happened to you, but it is not who you are.
That's not who you are.
It absolutely happened to you. Very, very, very powerful. And you know, I'm super excited that you're on this journey for a lot of different reasons. One, because you're one of the co-authors, but two, because you're my mother. Is that pretty cool?
Oh, that is super cool. That is. Oh, wow. I'm too thrilled.
Are you too thrilled?
Oh, wow.
Did you just get thrilled?
I don't even have words for that.
There's no words?
There are no words how thrilled I am to be a part of this project, and you are most definitely my favorite daughter.
Yeah, I'm the only one. We know that, but I'm still a favorite. Okay,
Definitely my favorite.
But I think it's an honor and a privilege to be able to sit in a space and be able to share this space with you at a time such as this, to do this in a space together.
It is. It is absolutely a privilege and an honor to be here with you, my Dr. Shana.
Yes, handle on my name, Dr. Shana. Did y'all catch that? Oh, you love it when your mama call you a doctor. That means like you a doctor now. You for real, for real. But no, I'm excited, and I cannot wait for others to hear the story that you have to share and see the labor of love that this has been. And it absolutely has been a labor of love.
Yes,
and this is an opportunity to give birth to the seed that has been placed in each of the women in the project. And like I say all the time, if you push, he'll pull.
He'll pull.
All you got to do is show up and do your part.
That's it.
Absolutely.
You're right.
So if women are watching and they're listening to this and they're like, oh, Patricia, she's my one. Like, I want to be connected to her. Maybe she sees herself in your story. She suffered lots of losses and she found herself not in the space of choosing freedom, but instead she chose to be held hostage, and she really needs to connect to you to learn how to choose that freedom even more. How can she find you?
On IG and Twitter, I am Pat Berry Jones.
I am Pat Berry Jones. Is that what you said?
That is it. That is it.
I love it. Or you could also find her as she is Dr. Shayna Mama. But no, that's not her handle.
That's a thought.
That's a t-shirt now. I'm Dr. Shayna Mama. You might get something for that one. I don't know. One day it may be worth a little cash. But absolutely, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, being a part of this project, really amazing for all kinds of reasons. I just believe that generations to come after us will continue to benefit from the work that's happening right now, for sure.
Thank you, Dr. Shayna.
You are welcome. Well, there you have it, folks. Listen, Patricia Berry Jones, aka Dr. Shayna Mama. She is an amazing woman. She has an amazing story to tell. She is one of the co-authors in this best-selling book, When Destiny Needs an Intervention. Make sure you get your copy, and not just any copy. Get a signed copy from Patricia. You want to make sure that you get her to sign on the dotted line to encourage and pour into you. Well, I am Dr. Shayna. I am the visionary. I am your host today, and we are signing off until next time. Thank you for listening to When Destiny Needs an Intervention, the podcast show. Make sure you get your copy of the best-selling anthology at www.whendestinyneedsanintervention.com. Grab your signed copy from your favorite co-author and grab one for a girlfriend too. Remember, your destiny awaits you.